Hello friends. Apart from thymus gland and adrenal glands and other endocrine glands, some other organ tissues such as heart, kidney and gastrointestinal tract also secrete hormones. They are not categorized as endocrine glands. For example, the atrial wall of our heart secretes a very important peptide hormone called atrial natriuretic factor NF, which decreases blood pressure. When blood pressure is increased, ANF is secreted, which causes dilation of the blood vessels. This reduces the blood pressures by dilation of blood vessels. The juxtaglomerular cell of the kidney produce a peptide hormone called erythropoietin, which stimulates erythropoiesis, that is the formation of RBC. Now the endocrine cells present in different parts of gastrointestinal tract secretes four major peptide hormones, namely gastrin, secretin, cholecystokinin or CCK, and gastric inhibitory peptide GIP. Gastrin hormone, that is secreted by the duodenum wall, acts on the gastric glands and stimulates the secretion of hydrochloric acid and pepsinogens. And this is the just about the then secretin acts on the exocrine pancreas and stimulates secretion of water and bicarbonate ions. And next is the CCK or cholecystokinin acts on both pancreas and gallbladder and stimulates the secretion of pancreatic enzymes and bile juice respectively. And then GIP, that is gastric inhibitory peptide GIP, it inhibits gastric secretion and motility. Several other non-endocrine tissues secrete hormones called growth factors such as angiogenin and vascular endothelial growth factors VEGF. These growth factors are essential for the normal growth of tissues and their repairing regeneration. Apart from this thymus and adrenal gland along with, there are some other glands. Those are in heterocrine glands. So we have both the exocrine and endocrine glands, and heterocrine glands are also called composite glands, which acts as both exocrine and as endocrine glands. These are the different pancreas, testes and ovaries. These are the heterocrine glands which acts as exocrine and endocrine both. Next is the pancreas. It is situated in the loop of the duodenum. Pancreas is a composite gland which acts as both exocrine and endocrine glands. The endocrine pancreas consists of isolates of Langerhans. These are about 1 to 2 million isolates of Langerhans in a normal human pancreas, representing only 1 to 2% of the pancreatic tissues. Isolate of Langerhans is discovered by Langerhans in 1869. They have two main types of cells in the isolates of Langerhans are called alpha cell and beta cells, in which other cells are also delta and F cells. Beta cells secretes glucagon and delta cells secretes somatostatin, and F cells secrete this pancreatic peptides. Now we'll discuss glucagon is a peptide hormone and plays an important role in the maintaining the normal blood glucose levels. Glucagon acts mainly on the liver cells that is hepatocytes, and stimulates glycogenolysis, resulting in an increased blood sugar, that is hyperglycemia. In addition, this hormone stimulates the process of gluconeogenesis, which also contributes to hyperglycemia. Glucagon reduces the cellular glucose uptake, and utilization of thus glucagon is hyperglycemic hormone. Now we'll discuss other heterocrine glands also. Gonads includes testes and ovaries. And first we'll discuss the gonads include testes and ovaries, a pair of testes and gonads has two functions as endocrine and exocrine. Exocrine parts produce gametes and endocrine produce different hormones. A pair of testes is present in the scrotal sac outside abdomen of the male individuals. Testes perform dual functions as primary sex organ as well as an endocrine gland. Testis is composed of seminiferous tubules and stromal or interstitial tissues. The Leydig cells or interstitial cells which are present in the intertubular spaces produce a group of hormones called androgens, mainly testosterone. Androgens may be four types: testosterone, androsterone, epandrosterone, and dihydroepandrosterone, in which testosterone is the main hormones. So, androgen regulates the development, maturation, and functions of male accessory sex organs like epididymis, vas deferens, prostate glands, seminal vesicles, urethra, and penis. So, these hormones stimulate muscular growth, growth of facial and axillary hairs like beards and mustaches, and aggressiveness, low pitch of voice and height of the human body. And androgens play a major stimulatory role in the process of spermatogenesis, that is formation of spermatozoa. Androgens acts on the central neural system and influence the male sexual behavior, that is libido. These hormones produce antibodies, effects on protein and carbohydrate metabolism. Next is the ovaries. Females have a pair of ovaries located in the abdomen. Ovary is the primary female sex organs which produce one ovum during its menstruation cycles. Ovary also produce two types of steroids hormones called estrogen and progesterone. Ovary is composed of ovarian follicles and stromal tissues. The estrogen is synthesized and secreted mainly by the growing ovarian follicles. After ovulation, the ruptured follicle is converted to a structure called corpus luteum, which secretes mainly progesterone. This is estrogen produce wide-ranging actions such as stimulation of growth and activities of female secondary sex organs, development of growing ovarian follicles, appearance of female secondary sex characters like high-pitched voice, and this is stimulated by the luteinizing hormone secreted by the pituitary glands. Progesterone supports pregnancy. Progesterone also acts on the mammary glands and stimulates the formation of alveoli, that is sac-like structure which store milk and milk secretions. So it is also called this is support the pregnancy. So pregnancy hormone is also called the alveoli, which has milk. Now discuss the we have discussed this pancreas, testes, and ovaries. Now, hormones produce their effect on target tissue by binding to a specific protein called hormone receptors located in the target tissues only. So hormones may be four types: protein hormones, steroid hormones, iodothyronins, amino acid derivatives. According to the chemical natures, these are the four hormones. Protein hormones: insulin, glucagon, pituitary hormones, hypothalamic hormones. And in the categories of steroids, different types of hormones are present are cortisol, testosterone, estradiol, progesterone. These all are the steroid hormones. And next is the iodothyronin, that is thyroid hormones, T3 and T4. And next, amino acid derivative, that is epinephrines. So now the hormone receptors present on the cell membrane of the target cells are called membrane bound receptors, and the receptor present inside the target cell are called intracellular receptors. So two types: mostly nuclear receptors present in the nucleus. Binding of hormone to its receptors leads to formation of a hormone receptor complex, and each receptor is a specific to one hormone only, and hence receptor are a specifics. Hormone receptor complex formations lead to certain biochemical changes in the target tissue, metabolism, and hence physiological function are regulated by the hormones. So protein hormones and amino acid hormones, hormones which interact with the membrane bound receptors normally do not enter the target cells but generates second messenger like cyclic AMP. This is making hormone receptor complex in the diagrams, producing AMP, cyclic AMP, then IP3, calcium ion, and this IP3 and calcium ions, etc., which in turn regulate cellular metabolism. Hormones which interact with intracellular receptors like steroid hormones and iodothyronins mostly regulate gene expression or chromosome functions by the interaction of hormone receptor complex with the genome. Cumulative biomechanical actions result in physiological and development effects. So, on the basis of this, you can say hormone receptor complex, and this change the physiological functions are regulated by the hormones. So, okay, thank you.